Hello everyone, my name is Cadens. Welcome back to more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Last time we completed Van's Route 4, began Kevin's Route 2, which feels like it's been forever since we've actually played as Kevin. And, yeah. I guess that's kind of just the general. We're not doing side quests yet, I don't think. The guide says not to do them yet. For now, we're just going to go to the entertainment district. And I think get all of our shopping done again. Oh, we got an event though. Is that it? That's Aslan and Maxim. What are you two doing here?
Huh? This crowd wasn't here earlier.
Oh? Is that who I think it is? Ladies and gentlemen, in anticipation of its release next month, the film Perfect Driver Zero is now holding a collaboration with Maximum Energy. And to speak on this collaboration, we have here today the stars themselves, Maxim and Aslan!
Hello, my angels! I've been looking forward to seeing you all today.
Victor sees this, you're dead man.
It's an honor to be here. I hope you guys are as excited as I am.
You're amazing, Aslan!
Now then, to start us off, we'll be handing out samples of Maximum Energy. Also be able to take your handshakes, combos, photos, and hugs with your favorite racing champions. And remember, with them, there are no limits. May all our fans enjoy themselves today to the maximum.
No limits! Nobody said there'd be no limits!
Oh, don't worry, your manager's already given us the okay.
That's not the problem here! I'm a little surprised myself, but come on, Maxim. Let's do it for the fans. You're just going along with this. I'm also surprised on that.
Oh my gosh, Maxim, sign my sleeve, please.
Alright. I guess that's not so bad. The success of Perfect Driver Zero and Maximum Energy is counting on you, my angel.
I'll make sure to cheer you on your next race, Aslan.
Thanks. That really means a lot. I'll prove once for all that I can and will win the Grand Prix. Make sure to come by Circle when you have time, alright?
Yes, it's Maxim and Aslan, I swear. They even said we could hug them. Nah, I'm like their biggest fan. Come on, Huh? Hey, can you hear me? Man, this thing's really been acting up lately. And I just got the newest model, too.
Wonder if that's anything to worry about.
Me next, me next.
Yeah, settle down. There's plenty of me to go around. And samples too, of course.
Hey, don't you think all this flirting you're doing is a little unfair to Paulette? I thought you were trying to get back together with her.
What? Y'all those kids from Vans. Oh, you guys friends. Friends is a strong word.
Oh, I know you. You're the dorkwad with the hot rod. Hello, Maxim.
What? Sorry, remind me who you are again?
Oh, that's right. Guess I only ever saw you when I was in my fairy form, huh? Well, don't worry about it. It's kind of a long story.
You can't just drop that on me and not explain. I was about to say, I feel bad for Maxim here. It's like, bro's just like, what do you mean I saw you in your fairy form? What is a fairy form?
Can I shake your hand, Maxim?
Anyway, sorry to cut this short, but I'm a little busy at the moment. I can give you a quick autograph if you want. I'll even throw in a free smooch mark, as a courtesy to the Friends of Arkwright Solutions. I think we're good, actually.
You sure? Could probably make for a fortune off it if we wanted to.
Are you gonna give the kiss a piece of paper, laminate it, and then sell it for what, a bajillion mira? No, not yet. Come now, children. Time to leave the man be. Poor Maxim. Aslan at least seems happy with it. The champion of Z1 Grand Prix and its runner-up. I thought I'd heard their names before. Damn, being a celebrity looks like a living hell. Surprised to hear you guys know each other, to be honest. Let's not even begin to start on what happened with Maxim. How many times did Maxim die during Daybreak 2? Can I ask that question? I want to say it was at least 5. One of Anne's acquaintances introduced us back in the spring.
Had so much fun bullying the guy. He's so easy to rile up. Oh, and then there's his whole deal with the mom and daughter duo from Montmartre, too.
Montmartre's the bistro right below Arkwright, right? Must make for an interesting living situation. Man, I'd love to check out Edith myself someday.
Yeah, I want to see a Z1 in person. You should come along too, Rufus.
Perhaps. I suppose a trip to the capital will give us a chance to settle our debt with Arkwright. Who's this? Hey,
Hey, Kevin. Doing your rounds for today's investigation, huh?
Jack and all. Jack and all. Did you?
Yep. Got everything you asked for.
Ooh,
Meet us by the station entrance, all right? We'll chat there.
nice. We'll head over in a few. Must be about the stuff you asked for yesterday. Shall we then? Nah, there's no rush. The way I see it, we got plenty of time to spare. Connection routes. Alright, what do we got?
Accessing your
Can you tell I've always hit the wrong button? We got Rufus and Lapis with full of energy drink. Lapis wants to know what that energy drink from the movie collab event tastes like. Rufus said he's going to get some free samples with her. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, I've got to watch that. Swin and basketball. Her twin wants to give basketball a try. Maybe I'll join him. Apparently watching people play reminds him of when he went undercover at Artemis. And Nadia with hidden weapons versus heretic hunter. Nadia asked me to train her in the use of concealed weapons. Should I do it? You know we have to watch this. You know we have to. Oh god, what secret power is about to be unlocked with Lapis?
Wow, so this is maximum energy? I wonder what it tastes like.
I hope you'll check out the Perfect Driver Zero too, young lady. Make sure not to drink too much of that. It's low with caffeine. Maybe I'm in no position to ask since I just tagged along, but is this really okay to drink? You know, for a kid. Young though she may be, she's also a Rosenberg doll. She may find the ingredients to be stimulating, but she should have no trouble neutralizing the effects. Probably. Shouldn't you be sure?
What are you two yapping about? Let's hurry up and give it a try.
She's gonna turn into like a nuclear bomb in a second. Oh no.
Cheers!
Oh no. What secret power is about to be unleashed on the world? Oh my. I've never tasted anything like this before. After the initial piercing flavor, sugar and citrus race through the mouth. I could see this serving as a good mixer for alcohol. Phew, I'm surprised you enjoyed it. I'll say, I definitely feel more awake after taking a sip. This stuff's low with caffeine, so you definitely gotta be careful not to drink too much. What do you think, Lapis? Oh no. Oh no. What? Lapis?
Would you pipe down, Onion Priest?
Ah!
Who do you think you
Oh,
are,
no.
speaking to me as an equal?
Oh no. Lapis? Oh no.
What is this
What the-
wondrous mixture? It's
What?
ever so delectable.
Wait. Is it?
One could say this beverage is perfectly suited to such a noble Rosenberg doll as myself.
Did it make her drunk? Also, what happened to her eyes? Oh no.
Attend me, peasant, and more.
Oh no. What's your deal, young lady? Please calm down. What's going on? Her arrogant tone. It somewhat resembles the way she spoke when she was Altera 4 months ago. Ah, I saw that name in the files. Oh no. It brought out Altera. Her body has maintained standard mobility after absorbing the caffeine. However, it may not have accounted for the arginine in the beverage. The data of her past arrogant personality appears to have been brought to the forefront by her body's processing of the chemical. Are you kidding me? How can you be so calm? Are we gonna be okay? Well, as far as I can tell, she still seems to be Lapis at her core. As long as she can recover from the state of intoxication.
Rufus, what are you standing around for? I demand more energy drinks. Negotiate with these men and make them hand over everything at once.
As you wish, my lady. Why are you going along with this, Rufus? Wait, now you're a butler! Rufus! Say no! Kevis continued to chide Rufus even as he managed to lead Lapis away from the stand. Then they had to watch over until her body began to naturally break up the arginine.
This feels amazing. This bullet really is without equal.
Oh, Jesus. Why is my wallet the one that has to suffer? My apologies. Please consider this one of your business expenses. You're a cunning bastard.
You should stop letting her gamble. What's the matter with this slot machine? Why won't it allow me to win? Fine, I'll do this my way.
She's gonna hack it. Oh no. Oh no.
Look, Rufus, now all of our money problems have been solved.
You hacked it. I say, I've never considered the option. I'm sure Nadia will be quite pleased. Okay, stop! The security's giving us the stink eye. Just leave everything here and let's scram. What have you done? No, no.
I shall acquire all of cheesy delicacies in this bazaar. I'm feeling rather parched after eating those kebabs. It's time for another energy drink.
How about we try some of the cold tea from the food truck over there instead?
Oh, a most fabulous idea. Hurry and buy some for me. Oh my gosh, that girl's so cute. Do you think she's from some rich family? That guy who's with her in the sunglasses is such a hottie.
Excuse me, sir, but who are they? Would they be interested in acting and debuting as actors? Sorry, but they're not interested. We're sticking out like sore thumbs.
Rufus, get your child under control.
She's finally calmed down. Her body is likely in the final stages of processing the arginine. Rosenberg technology truly is astounding. Don't think I've forgotten how you left all the annoying stuff to me. I'm grateful, Kevin. As I am but an attendant at the end of the day, it can be difficult for me to act against the will of my mistress. I'm starting to feel bad for Swin and Nadia.
Rufus. Thanks for everything. And Swin too.
She really loves you guys, huh? I can't say I understand how your relationship works. You got a once heinous criminal. You got a once heinous criminal of the Empire, two ex-guard and assassins, and the product of an aberrant singularity. Each one of you is practically a heretic, and yet you've gotten together like it's no big deal. Indeed, 2.5 years ago, I could not have foreseen the path I'd walk. I'd lost my position, my home, and even my nation. Even so, I'm quite fond of what I have now. This life I've made for myself after the crossbow incident, or shall I say, this life I've stumbled into. I suspect she feels the same way, and now she is once again trying to change, to grow, to discover what her heart truly wants. Hey, Rufus, are you sure you really want to let her dirty her hands with all this? One of her friends is closely connected to our target. There's no telling how this could corrupt Lapis, lead her away from the girl she's trying to become. You're willing to talk, aren't you? A job is a job. We do not intend to neglect our obligations.
I will do what must be done with no hesitation. I am Rufus Alberea, after all. And as she is not human, she will have no problem completing this job either. My opinion on that front remains unchanged. However, I am but her attendant. And as such, my duty is to follow her orders. You would do well to keep that in mind.
So, you're saying you might be back out if Lapis changes her mind? You sure are a pain in the neck. True, but I'm afraid you have me beat in that regard. You keep going out of your way to worry about us stirring our hands, all while you struggle to choke down the thought of doing so yourself. Well, whatever. It's fine. You've only ever been tools for me from the get-go. So I'll use you however I need to in order to complete my mission.
Do as you see fit.
Rufus? Kevin?
Oh, is she normal again? Yay!
Huh? What was I doing? Good morning. I'm hungry.
Of course you are.
Finally back in the land of the living, huh? Not that Altera wasn't entertaining.
If terrifying.
Then you may be glad to hear. I backed up her personality data from earlier to a holo, just for caution's sake.
Oh.
Now we will be able to use it going forward.
Just when did you have the time to do something like
Bruh.
that? You're too damn sly.
Lab was having blown off some steam by going on something of a rampage, simply shrugged, and the trio met up with the friends.
Altera Tang.
Freaking Lapis. That's just a whole holocore, by the way. That's incredible to me. We still got one more connection event we can do, though. So either Swin or Nadia. I want to do Nadia's, honestly. Nadia asked me to train her in the use of concealed weapons. Should I do it? What's the worst that could happen? Kevin's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Alright. Huh, you want me, the Heretic Hunter, to coach you on how to use concealed weapons.
Exactly. I mean, sure, you're the Heretic Hunter again now. But when you think about it, you made a decision to put that life away, just like us.
I guess so. You could say I'm sort of the trendsetter.
Now you get it. I figured you could teach me a thing or two about a non-lethal application of concealed weapons.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see some of your garden techniques, too. Alright, fine. I can run you through the basics. To start with, where do you hide those needles of yours?
Usually in my sleeves. That way when I need to use them, I can just slip them right out. And if I need to be extra stealthy, I hide them inside of Bear and Bear.
Gotcha. You got the right idea, but remember, metal detectors are pretty common these days. And there are people who will inspect your bear the second they see it. It's a perfect place to hide stuff after all. That's why I do this.
Wait, where'd that come from?
I had it in my belt. It's an ultra-thin dagger made of special metal. You could say I was inspired by the Irumi, a whip-like sword from the southeast. Since it's thin and flexible, I can hide it in the leather of my belt without poking myself. But that doesn't mean it isn't sharp. Plus, if someone catches it with a metal detector, they'll just think it's part of the belt.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. I figured you just hid your weapons in your shoes or something.
Now, let's see what you'd do if you were passing your target on the street.
Okay, I'm a pro at that.
Exactly what I expected. That'd get a normal person just fine. You have to get it into their range to do it, which means if the other person is faster than you, this will happen.
You're right. I didn't think about that. Guess I never used the star technique on someone skilled. Then should I wait until I've gone past them and then throw a needle behind me? They're pretty heavy, so they're quite powerful. And if I put some poison on them, then they'd be more than enough to take someone down.
We're still talking about non-lethal techniques, right? Either way, it wouldn't work. Someone skilled would sense your bloodlust and dodge immediately. Here's an idea. You use thread, right, Nadia?
Yep, to seal my opponent's movements.
Then maybe you could attach your thread to your needles before you throw them. Or you could set up a bunch of thread ahead of time and aim to graze them with your weapons. You'd be able to adjust your needle's trajectory in midair, and even the skilled opponent would have trouble keeping track of their movement.
Oh, wow. A mix of techniques, huh? I'm into that kind of thing. I met a maiden crossbow with a similar style of fighting. I think I can maybe pull it off.
Oh, yeah. Sharon.
It won't be easy, but if I can use both needles and threads simultaneously, the effort will be worth it.
So the pair continued their special training. Kevin revealed several methods of concealing weapons to Nadia, and he was also able to use several of Nadia's techniques as a point of reference for himself. Nice.
Boy, I definitely got a lot out of that. You haven't lost your touch, Mr. Heretic Hunter.
If I had, I wouldn't have come back. The power to hunt and the power to protect are two sides of the same coin. Which is why I've never disregarded my old techniques, even though I'm known as the Thousand-Hand Guardian these days.
Is that so? I guess it's good to know that our past experience won't go to waste. Though I do gotta wonder, why do you feel so guilty about going back?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you didn't even tell that gluttonous sister where you were going when you left. Couldn't you have just been honest with her?
Jeez, just how much you know about me.
Oh, that's right. Honestly, I thought I'd just make some guesses based on how you were acting and see what came loose.
I can never tell when you're lying. I'm not hiding anything from Reese. When this job's done, I'm going to tell her everything. It's just, if I told her beforehand, she'd try to go down this path with me. She's already saved me from my past once. I won't put her through it again. So I'll wait until I'm the Thousand-Hand Guardian again and things have calmed down, and then I'll...
Boo, wrong answer. You underestimate a woman's heart. Going down this path with you, have you ever considered that there's more than one way to do that? Knowing that someone who saved you from the abyss is simple-minded. I mean, it's hard to know without actually talking to her. I bet she could stay at your side without succumbing to the darkness. You might be surprised at her strength and flexibility.
I guess you're probably right now that I think about it.
Hmm.
In the end, I'm just pulling the same crap here that I did to her back in Phantasma, aren't I?
You really are, Kevin.
I know she's not weak or naive. She could have handled this. Man, she ain't gonna be happy when I get back and tell her.
That sounds like a you problem, Kevin.
Great. It's just like I thought. I'm glad you finally figured things out.
Alright, where's the Baron Bear that's recording all this?
Be honest and apologize. Oh, and make sure to get her something good to eat, too.
Yeah. I never am gonna understand a woman's heart, am I?
I'm also never gonna understand, where are you getting all this information from?
Maybe not. But that doesn't mean she's not hoping for you to make at least a little progress. Opportunity knocks, so why not take this chance to show her she can put some faith in you for once?
Hey, just how much do you know? And what's that got to do with what we were talking about?
Why do you know so much? You scary. Nadia continued to mock Kevin, and afterwards he re-examined his own determination and mental state. Once Nadia was satisfied with her new techniques, the pair met back up with the rest of the group and resumed patrol. Oh?
Alright. Now that I've gotten a glimpse of Onion Priest's resolve, we're going to hang with him until the end. No matter how things turn out.
I guess in a way that was her judging him. And I guess he passed the judgment test, I guess. By the sounds of things, at least. There is a lot of stuff we can actually do right now, apparently. Or, not a lot of stuff we can do, but a lot of stuff we can buy, I should say. Shall we get to shops?
Leave it to me.
Of course.
Sure thing.
Kevin. Alright, first order of business. In here. What do you got?
I can exchange your tokens for
The
prizes.
White Agate Cameo. Alright.
Thank you very much.
I didn't even read what that was. We got a shop up here
Allow
that
me to
sells
assist.
the Soul Shift raisins.
I hope to see
You
you
can
again.
prepare raisins in a special way. I mean, I know you can put them in things, but... You've got
Welcome.
modified ornaments. Anything new of particular notice in this section? No? What about in this section? No? How much SEP do I have? A lot. Almost max out. Assuming max... I don't know if... Is there a max one? Well, in case there is, we're buying. Might as well open up all the cheaper slots first. Alright, there we go.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Silver Cross Choker for Swin. Simple yet stylish choker adorned with a silver cross. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Another shop right here.
How can I help you?
Camel leather bangle for Van. A men's bangle made of high quality camel leather. Strega Falco for Kevin. Rare sneakers from Strega that are sold in limited quantities in the Central East. This feels less... This feels way less like a gift for Kevin, more like a gift for Estelle. Kevin's gonna get these like, cool gifts, but I bet I know someone better who would like them. Estelle comes flying out of nowhere. Jacquard Handkerchief. A handkerchief sporting a three-dimensional design, woven with a special machine for Rufus. More damage. More damage. More damage. More damage. More defense. I did it again! Okay. Windless, Ramdao, Jambia, and Superior.
Come again.
We got over here, Rich Milfita in Daily Tharbad 2.
Until next. That's the way it
Swing's
goes.
not a thing.
Still not strong
Might as
enough.
well upgrade this.
Still not strong enough. 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 Still not strong enough.
Beef stroganoff. Is there any other shops? Yes, actually, too. Let's grab those first before we continue. Over
Hey,
here,
stop.
we've
What can I
got
get for you?
Soul Chef's Chocolate and Super Sweet Mango Gelato.
Thanks a bunch.
Now I'm thinking about sweets, and me and my family, for my uncle's birthday, we went to a Cheesecake Factory, and I got
Anything
Oreo
strike your
cheesecake, and now I
fancy?
just want to eat that, but it's only 8:43 in the morning. Yeah, I've eaten ice cream earlier.
Thanks.
Listen, I am a sweets goblin. When I saw Van for the first time, I was like, I resonate with this man on an intense degree in terms of sweets. Sweets are the lifeblood of the world. Anyways, any food items I can make. Did I read the books? No, I didn't. I was gonna say, like, something doesn't feel right. That's better.
Oh, I can try.
Raisin potato
Expect
salad.
Much.
No. Noble
Kitchen
Alexander.
duty. Very well. I believe this should be sufficient.
Alright, let's go ahead and eat all this.
Thanks for the
Thanks for the-
grub. Thanks for the grub.
Let's give away all the gifts we've got.
What will you do
So
from
we got
here?
a bunch. Camel leather,
I owe
or
you.
Bengal, Strega
That's awful
Falco,
kind of you.
Silver Cross
Thank you,
Choker,
Nadia.
Thank you.
Checkered Handkerchief, and the White Agate Cameo. Cameo made of pure white agate and engraved with the visage of a cute little girl. Let's give this to Lapis.
You're so
Lapis.
thoughtful, Rufus.
Rufus is not the one who gave that
Yeah,
to you.
baby.
Rajat's main element and Wind is sub.
That's the way it goes.
While I'm at it, I might as well use these. These do not give any experience, it feels like. That'll do. Cross Cipher 2. Hey, remember how I said I want to give Van, like, almighty power? I haven't given up. Not that. I want to make Van able to, like, one-shot something. I want Van to be able to not be one-shot by anything or take any damage, period. All his stats are powerful. Almighty Van. Almighty. I think that's that. We can view 2 movies, but there's not really a reason. I mean, we've seen all the movies already, so
Welcome.
it still has recommended movies though. It recommends viewing both Shinobi Punk Izuyoi and Old Blood. So Shinobi Punk Izuyoi. We've already seen this movie's thing. What did the cast have to say? Oh, that was certainly unique. Still, the plot was interesting enough at least. Despite its peculiar blend of themes, the story was a textbook example of poetic justice, as well as a celebration of human resilience. This exquisitely balanced selection of elements made it a compelling tale that failed to bore me for even a moment. I'd say it was worth the price of admission for the action scenes alone. That said, I don't know if I fully understood the position Ninja had in the underworld.
Yeah, in some scenes they were like your everyday assassins, while in others they had a whole different vibe to them. But I like the concealed weapons they use. In fact, I might take a page or 2 from their book. How about you, LP? What did you think of the movie? I want popcorn. I really like the part where Izuyoi met Kanata.
Oh yeah? Is the whole human drama aspect what grabbed you then?
Well, it is a story about Izuyoi becoming human after all. A ninja who stuck to the darkness with a machine-like dedication, up until the point when he finally came to understand his own heart. He found his humanity, and while he stays true to the path of the ninja, he begins walking alongside Kanata. It's a fascinating story.
I'm hardly surprised you found yourself identifying with the character learning how to be human. True, they did go pretty in-depth with showing off that aspect of the story. Hearing all that, it's no wonder that it drew you in as much as it did, LP. Or Lapis. More points. Now, Golden Blood.
All right.
All
Of
right.
course. Welcome.
Welcome. Didn't you just watch a movie? Also, I don't think a child like that should be watching this movie. Oh man, that was a great watch. Kevin, do I have to bring it out again? Truly a masterwork of a film that embodies both the open-handedness and extravagance of the Republic. True enough, were this film to have been produced in the Empire, it likely would have been blocked from release. Between the R15 and R17 cuts, however, it seems a number of scenes were removed.
Oh my, truly? Should we get the chance? I'd like to watch the R17 version and compare the differences.
Yeah, well, good luck convincing the staff you're old enough to watch. Anyway, I'm definitely glad we saw it. Those action scenes were something else. Couldn't take my eyes off them.
Those weren't the only things you couldn't take your eyes off of. You're skiing on some pretty thin ice, S.
But, no, I didn't really care about the fan service scenes, honestly. Hey, no need to be embarrassed, Swin. Guys like us are allowed to admire the views. Once we get back to the end, how about us fellas go over the movie's highlights if you catch my meaning? Please just stop. Besides, is that really the kind of thing a priest should be saying?
Men. Wait, so did you not enjoy the movie now, yeah? I wouldn't say that. I thought all the martial arts stuff was amazing. I know the leading lady's a real pro at doing her own stunts, and it showed. It was also pretty satisfying seeing her so expertly stringing that chief's researcher along.
There are a number of different ways to view any given movie, and everyone has their own way of enjoying something. Look at our own varied takeaways from this movie, for example. That's likely why it's attained such mass appeal in spite of its suggestive material. Yoink. Give me the points. Alright, there's our movies down. Alright, now let's continue with the rest of the marks. First up, let's look at the side quest board. Bulletin board.
What have we here?
Casino counterfeiting. It seems counterfeit tokens have been circulating among casino players. Don't ask me where they came from, I haven't the foggiest. For the sake of our customers who simply want to enjoy playing our games, we would like this matter to be resolved promptly and discreetly. Should you be able to accept our case, please come to the Moulin Casino counter. Manager David. Alright.
Let's move.
So,
Alright. I'm just making sure the guide is safe to follow. We got Jack and Hall. You came.
Sorry to call you guys all the way here.
Yeah, it was no big deal. Just wondering why you asked to meet us at a train station of all places. Even thought about it, are you? That's right. Finished up what I was doing here for a client of mine, so now I'm off. Specifically into somewhere around the capital. Anyway, sorry to do this on our way out, but we got info on that request that you made yesterday. And the thing you asked about at the club. Yeah.
So you two ran into each other, huh? But that must have been a hoot.
Why are you talking business in a strip club?
Because dirty old men will be dirty old men.
I'm not old! Now, come on, you're not even that much younger than I am. You're gonna be siblings.
Why is being referred to as old bar you so much?
Perhaps because our friend here is on the cusp of what they call a midlife crisis. Look who's talking, Mr. 32! Damn.
Oh, can't believe you guys actually found anything.
Rumors, gossips, whispers on the wind. That's what you were asking around about, right? Along with some stuff about Vegas Films and their little festival last year, yeah. There was one story that stuck out to me in particular, though. And it just so happens to be about a certain irrigation project. There's a story involved so-called hocus pocus.
Anyway, yeah. See, according to our sources, Professor Hamilton came to Tharbad with a bunch of laborers 20 years ago to take a look at the oasis.
Apparently, they were able to determine pretty quickly what was causing it to dry up. So they managed to pinpoint the source of the problem to somewhere out in the desert. And before anyone knew it, there was water in the oasis again. It was like there was never a problem in the first place. Everyone we talked to was at the site 20 years ago, and they all said the exact same thing. It was like magic.
Magic, huh? So we were right to ask about Hocus Pocus.
But aren't there people in the Empire who can use magic?
Indeed there are. Witches, they're called. I'm unsure if the professor shares their blood, however. Yeah, Vita, Emma, I believe was her name, and then, Vita. They're all witches. Doubt it, though I'm not surprised witnessing a miracle like that had people wondering. Especially now when nobody seems to know how she pulled it off.
Apparently the professor comes back to check on the oasis status pretty regularly. But we weren't able to find anyone who could say they've seen maintenance workers or other laborers heading into the desert recently. Oh, so you felt like the more we looked into her and what she was doing, the more interesting things got.
Thanks, guys. Can't believe how much we were able to find in a single night. This stuff should give us a better perspective on what exactly Arkwright was dealing with in Tharbad last year, too. Well, you weren't the only one who looked out here. Also found a few extra tidbits of info for ourselves. Should make a nice souvenir for a friend of ours. Anyway, think that'll give you enough to work to go off for now? So you can find your target, I mean. Figured you two would put the pieces together. Doesn't sound like you're too sure on the details just yet, though. Guessing you stopped before you could get the full picture. Both for your sake and ours. After all, you would have dragged us right into this mess of yours if we hadn't. Or am I wrong?
Would you have?
Well, what can I say? Always nice to have a good source of information on your side. Plus, it's not like I wouldn't have upped your pay. You know, for crawling through the mud with us.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough. Not by a long shot. Look, Kevin, we know you. You'll be all gung-ho about getting the job done one second and filled with regret the next.
And frankly, even if we were to help, watching your sad mug mope around for a few weeks doesn't sound like my idea of a good time. Which is why this go-around, we're giving you the info you paid us for and leaving it at that. Sure.
Anyway, looks like it's about time we got going. See you around, Kevin.
Try not to be so reckless, alright? Not for your own good, for the girls. Got it. You guys be careful, too. Alright.
You gave us a lot of good intel.
No kidding. Guess they call them pros for a reason. By the way, Jack said he had something to take care of somewhere around the capital, right? Wonder what he was talking about.
Wasn't our place to ask about that, or the friend who they're giving their little souvenir to. Man, having connections can be a real pain in the ass sometimes, huh?
You seem kind of worried about you, Kevin.
It seems the threads of fate truly do entwine us all. At any rate, the information we receive will be useful indeed. We should be able to use it to continue our investigation. Good grief. Alright, think we should be good now. Especially with all the intel we got. Think it's about time we head for Al Jumeirah.
Al Jumeirah. Where Marielle and the princess are staying, right?
Yep, they said they'd be heading back there once they were finished at the hammam to have a meeting with someone, I think. And since they so kindly invite us to stop by whensoever we please, I doubt they'll mind a quick hello.
Considering the group within almost certainly possesses the information we seek, we should be sure to have all of our cards in hand before we make our approach, no? You're probably right. After all, I've heard the princess has got a pretty keen eye. And seeing as Elstein owes Professor Hamilton so much, well, personally, I just want to see if we can get the princess to spill the beans without her catching on to us.
Here's hoping.
Alright, let's head over once we finish with our business.
And now for the latest news from our news desk. Hope you're having a good one, listeners. Today's news briefing.
Apparently we need to... The guide wants us to continue doing the story, and then we'll do the side quest just before the game, like, locks us out of doing them.
So this is the phase.
So you know what that means. Story. Al Jumeirah always makes me feel like I've stepped into another dimension. So this is where Mariel and the princess are staying.
Yep, they said they'd be coming back here once they were finished at the hammam to have a meeting with someone, I think. And since they so kindly invited us to stop by whensoever we please, I doubt they'll mind a quick hello.
Considering the group within almost certainly possesses the information we seek, we should be sure to have all our cards in hand before making our approach, no? You're probably right. After all, I've heard the princess has got a pretty keen eye. And seeing as Elsie knows Professor Hamilton so much, well, personally, I just want to see if we can get to the princess to spill the beans without her catching on to us. I feel like we just had this exact same dialogue. You know, I feel like we got everything we need at the moment.
I agree. I mean, after all the stuff we heard from Jack and Hall, we should be good to go, right?
Alright then. Well, and once everyone's ready. I feel like we just had that exact same dialogue play out. That was weird. Apparently we're also going to be given options during the dialogue with coming up in the guide says, but it doesn't matter which we pick because we're going to have to pick both eventually. Oh, hey. It's the movie guy. What's your name again? Lamb.
Mario! Zita! Everyone!
Hello.
Nice to see you again. We're just dropping by to say hello.
And press you for information.
Oh, it's you two.
Miss Rain, how wonderful to see you again. And so soon after saying our farewells.
Kevin, Rufus, we must have just missed each other at the hammam, huh?
Probably, yeah. We've been on a pretty tight schedule lately.
Promise we meant to say hi, but we had a reservation to get to. For lunch, you see.
I believe introductions are in order, Your Highness. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. I'm Gita Osval, daughter of Grand Prince Salman of Elsheim. And this is my bodyguard, Najee Berka.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Father Kevin, Sir Rufus. Or perhaps you would prefer I call you Sir A.
Now.
Looks like a jig is up.
Would have been more surprised if it wasn't. Rufus is fine, thank you. Did you know it's actually one of the most uncommon names in the Empire? Again, it's a pleasure, Your Highness. It's not every day a simple wanderer like myself has the opportunity to meet royalty, after all. I'm Kevin Graham of the Septine Church. Nice to meet you. By the way, I believe my colleague Celeste was in your care a few months ago.
I beg to differ. We were almost certainly in her care.
Hey, Lam.
I'm Leslie Lam, a director affiliated with Kowloon Pictures.
So, Father Kevin and Rufus, was it? And I suppose you must be Lapis Rosenberg.
You've heard of me?
Well, yes, though only through the grapevine. You see, as a director, I often find myself researching current events, mostly to gather ideas for my next film, of course. And once I find myself with enough inspiration, all the fragments of information I've collected, well, I craft them into a story. There's no need to worry about me leaking anything confidential to the general public, however. Everything's a product of my imagination, after all.
Alright then.
It's an honor to hear we've contributed to your creations. Man, you're something else.
A little too sharp for your average Joe, if you ask me.
So I'm assuming you know my title, then.
Am I the only one not following?
Yeah, probably.
Wait, Rufus. Where have I heard that name?
Oh? Talk about a crowd.
Huh? Ashen? What are you doing here?
There you are.
Glad to see you well, Miss Lou.
You're... Ashen? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since festival.
Yeah. Long time no see, Swin, Nadia. And I suppose it's been a while since I've seen you three as well. Wait a sec. Are you Lapis? No way! You're even cuter than I thought you'd be!
What, please? I know, right?
Cute. Hey, Swin, is she the daughter of the Lou family? Yeah. The same family who served as the White Orchid Dragon's benefactor, I assume. Well, before he split off to start his own. Quite the group we got here. Quite the group indeed. Huh, interesting. So you're saying this new project of yours is a collaboration between Kowloon Pictures and the Principality of Elsheim? That's correct. In the film currently being promoted, Perfect Driver Zero. That's a direct-to-Gotti film, funded by Elshime as well, alongside Vegas Films, of course.
It's quite the masterpiece, apparently. That's actually part of why I called this meeting. Not exactly keen on being left in the dust, you know? But whatever the reason, it's always an honor to work with such celebrated studios. And to think the production is being headed by the great director Lam, oh, I am just the biggest fan of Wolf's Requiem. You mean Wolf's Requiem?
I admit, that was a pretty good flick. Can definitely see how it took the Leon Andor last year.
Right? I mean, it was the perfect choice for main character. She was so cute.
Well, I'm happy to hear it's caught your interest.
I'm here to cover the entire pre-production process, by the way. And hopefully, once I'm done, I'll be able to turn it into an editorial.
But that'll make for an interesting read. I assume it'll be in the Tyrol Times, yes? Do you have an idea of when it'll be published?
Well, this is off the record, but around... Anyhow, this is quite the fascinating collection of faces, though it looks to me like you five have been traveling together for a while now. Hanging out in the desert with a priest, though, Nadia. Call me crazy, but it's not exactly my idea of a fun-filled vacation. I know, and the heat out here is the worst, too. Like, it's an A in my book. The food's been amazing so far.
Could you try not blowing all my mirror, please? My wallet's looking a little worse for wear lately.
Then allow today to be my treat. And of course, if there's anything else you need assistance with, please don't hesitate to ask. I can see our meeting today to be a stroke of fate. Wait, didn't the CID have a markup? Never mind.
As for me, I'd like to repay my debt to you all for your helping me on Nemeth Island. If you're in need of info, I'm willing to provide whatever I know. So he says. Well, what do you plan to do, Father Kevin? It really got us backed against the cliff here. And I think the only real choice is to jump.
Is it just me or is Najee giving us a stink eye?
Doesn't matter. If we want answers, we can't let ourselves be intimidated.
That's right. So let's let the interrogation commence.
Well, frankly, I'm glad to hear that. As I'm sure you've all figured out by now, I'm here on some official church business at the moment, and these four have been lending me a hand. This stays between us, but I've been tasked with looking into something up for Her Holiness.
Her Holiness? You mean...
Her Holiness Orestes is the second. This must be quite the job you're on. It is, yeah. Seeing as I can't exactly let you guys in on any of the details, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to turn down the offers of assistance. Instead, though, think you'd mind answering some questions for us?
That's... Please, ask us anything. Yeah, I'd be happy to answer. Well, as long as those questions aren't about insider info on Hayway, of course.
Much obliged, in that case. Considering everything we know already, I should probably start by asking about... Excuse me. Ugh. Again, apparently it doesn't matter what order you decide. You're gonna have to answer both eventually. Why are you in Tharbad?
Well, are you implying we're here for something other than this meeting?
Not necessarily. Just had a hunch, is all. See, I happened to hear a bit of gossip through the guild recently. About last year's film festival, in fact. Someone requested they reopen their investigation on it. They wanted to know what really caused the chaos.
We read what happened in Van's case files. There was a drug making the rounds, right?
We also learned that not only were Maria and Director Lam in attendance, but so were Prince Sharid and his bodyguard, Najee Burka. And considering the nature of the drugs involved, I can't say I'm particularly surprised a daughter of Hayway would be interested in the matter. You know, thinking about it now, I just remembered, Najee here was the boss of that chapter. I completely forgot, but yeah, Najee was the boss. She was forcefully given that Genesis, and it turned her into, what was it called, the Najaraga or something like that? It turned her into something.
Okay, fine. You got us. The real reason we've gathered here is to investigate the drug Omada was peddling. I knew it. Were you the ones who asked the guild to reopen their investigation? That's correct, yes. Elshime has a particularly close relationship with the Braces, you see. Allow me to explain. In September of last year, we launched our own investigation into the drug. And not only did we manage to identify the manufacturers of said drug, but its key component as well.
Yeah, that stuff.
In the end, they discovered it was a type of agave plant, but no other specimens were found outside the one. However, seeing as Omag clearly had vast quantities of the drug, it was determined that they likely had a production center somewhere.
Given my knowledge of film noir, Her Highness and Miss Liu thought I might have a few ideas on the matter. No, I never claimed to be an expert on illegal substances, but I do know that the cultivation of agave has been outlawed all across Sumeria. However, if someone wished to grow it regardless, they would need to do so in an arid climate, like the deserts of the Central East. Or even the Eastern Wastelands, although even when we consulted Professor Hamilton on that particular possibility, she said the chances were slim at best. Really? You see, in order to aid its growth, the plant is said to extract a special component from septium veins. And given that the region is largely barren at present, makes sense.
Do you think maybe Omag got rid of all the places they were using to make the drug? You know, to hide the evidence. If that were the case, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Yes, to clarify, we've been informed that the drug has made something of a reappearance recently. In the capital, no less.
That's so.
Is he talking about that thing banned out with?
Those people imitating the DG cult, yeah. But apparently they weren't doing any of that stuff on their own volition.
Now that I think about it, it sounds almost exactly like what happened at the film festival.
In a way, it is similar, but
they both even need a trigger.
I've heard Heiwei has been pursuing the incident in the capital as well. In which case, Ashen's explanation that they are exchanging info in addition to meeting about the movie is sound indeed. Yeah. Man, talk about some serious food for thought. Sadly though, I don't think we're going to be of much help to you. We're looking into something completely different.
That's perfectly alright. Yeah, it's no big deal. We only ask that you get in touch with us as soon as you hear anything about agave, okay? We'd be more than happy to reward you for your efforts, of course.
Alright, your number was still the same one we got from Aaron.
If we're talking rewards, I'd love a sweet treat from the East. Maybe something rare and unique. Oh, and you have any skincare products? I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands.
Rather than insider info on Heiwei, I'd ask for any information you might have on the stock market. Have you people no shame? What are you three doing? Freaking Lapis wants food, Nadia wants skincare products, and Rufus is like, please get me out of poverty. Kindred spirits, I see. What about your new film?
Well, as long as everything's off the record. I'll leave the choice to you, Director Lam.
Oh, well, I suppose I don't mind sharing a few details. The premise is a bit out there, though, I'll admit, but I don't think any other studio but Kowloon Pictures would do it justice. To put it simply, it's going to be a near-future sci-fi film. Allow me to set the scene. Year 1299 of the Septian calendar, society has fallen into stagnation. Humanity is on the brink of extinction. Strong start.
Yeah, kinda spooky too.
Sci-fi. Short for science fiction, right? Do you mean to proceed with this dystopian tale of yours? Of course. Due to an unfortunate chain of events, humanity has not only lost civilization, but the favor of the goddess as well. It's a story about the bonds forged between humans as they try desperately to survive in a cold, cruel world, a world dominated by monsters. And well, that's about the gist of it.
Sounds amazing. Is there gonna be any romance?
Monsters, huh? They'll have some killer action scenes. Sounds like you're trying to pioneer an entirely new genre here. Don't expect nothing less from the great director Lam.
I know the story's a bit bleak, but Kowloon Pictures thinks it'll be our biggest hit yet. And if we shoot in the deserts of Tharbad, the visual realism of it all will make everything just that much more impactful. We'd also like to film in the northern region of the Ishkal Mountains, where the Kruger village is. We've actually already begun negotiations with their representatives to do so. Oh, isn't there where Fairy's from?
I assume the East must be on your list of potential shooting locations as well, then? No, actually. While the rails do extend partway through the region, it is unfortunately much too dangerous to use as a shooting location. Also, Professor Hamilton warned us against shooting in that region due to its unstable weather conditions.
Yeah, life sounds really rough out there. Apparently all their crops keep withering because it's always cloudy too. And heck, all those random tornadoes surrounded by lightning.
Though I imagine the footage I could capture would be phenomenal, I'm afraid I'm not so willing to sacrifice my cast and crew. I can certainly see Director Gotti brute forcing it, however. If there's a will, there's a way.
From what I've heard about the man, that sounds about right. Can't say we've ever had the pleasure of hosting him as a director, though. The elders wouldn't take too kindly to his tastes. But I think Venus Film suits him just fine. They do a simply phenomenal job at delivering on his directorial intents. You know, I'm actually hoping, though, that he'll be able to adapt one of my favorite books someday. Have you heard of The 3 and 9?
Oh dear.
Oh, I love to see that.
Don't think there's much in that one that Gotti can run with, honestly.
That's not true. I mean, the heroine's sexy and cute, and audiences would love her.
Take it down a notch, Nadia. The characters are 12 and 14, though, are they not? I imagine that would create an issue for the ratings board.
Oh, I agree, which is why I would suggest he raise their ages, and even flip their genders. Ah, and perhaps we could even give the main antagonist tentacles.
What do I say?
Ah! Tentacles! Yes, as a girl, being subject to all sorts of naughty things.
No.
Is it just me or is it getting kind of warm in here? Naughty things?
Stop. No. No. This leg is too powerful to be kept alive.
Okay, I think that's enough about that.
Alright. Let's drop a bomb on you. What's your connection to Hamilton?
Our connection to Professor Hamilton? Well, for Elsheim, she's practically our savior. We can't thank her enough for what she's done for us. Truth be told, Langport owes her a lot too. Red Star, the new town project, the Great Spire, none of them would exist without her. Their very foundations were built on her accomplishments.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, the Great Spire's gorgeous at night. I saw it when I visited last year.
Huh. Surprised you even bothered to look. Figured you would have been too busy gorging yourself on Monto. You know, the professor's name has come up an awful lot during this conversation. Kinda sound like you folks have been keeping in contact. You must be pretty close, huh? I'd like to think so. We first met while I was working on a project as a technical supervisor. I suppose that was about 15 years ago now. She was incredibly kind to me despite her being in the position of authority. And if I had any questions, she'd answer them in a heartbeat.
As for me, I first met her at a conference in the spring. She was way more friendly than I was expecting her to be, and to this day she still replies to my orb mails. I'm more grateful to her than you can imagine.
I see. Doesn't seem like she knows anything about whatever business Hamilton had with Dingo, though.
All that being said, however, I don't think her kindness is limited to us alone. She's shown her penchant for charity to people and places all over the world. Yeah, she's even kind to Yeye, of all people, and he in turn is kind to her.
Well, can't say I'm surprised to hear all that. After all, Master Bearguard said the same. By the way, would any of you happen to know where she is at the moment?
Unfortunately, no. But now that I think about it, I believe my brother saw her in Basel.
Indeed. He met her on site around noon yesterday, but after that, she's believed to have departed the city.
I had no idea. Do you think she left for the Space Force's base?
I don't, actually. She's been avoiding interfering in the space operation out of consideration for her disciples. It's more likely than not that she left to join the festivities in the capital. Sounds like she's really got her hands full.
Oh, I just remembered a question I had. The construction work Professor Hamilton oversaw 20 years ago is why the Oasis is full, right? But I was wondering, how exactly did they make that happen? Nice going, Lapis.
Honestly, I don't think that question was intentional.
Now you mention it, it's supposed to be a pretty large-scale construction project, right? I've done some research on Tharbat for work recently, but I don't actually remember reading any details on what the construction entailed.
I remember it being hailed as a matter of great significance at the time, but I don't believe I recall ever hearing any more on the subject.
When I was younger, I saw a video of the Hull Oasis myself. I was immediately struck by the need to ask my father about it. After all, if the engineering existed to generate vast amounts of water in the desert, then why not use it in other areas of the Central East, and in the Eastern Waste as well? As my father considers himself a close friend of the professor's, he presented the question to her in turn, And according to her,
the oasis is simply the result of a combination of factors. In order to have the same happen elsewhere, however, the area would need to meet the same specifications, both geographical and otherwise.
Otherwise?
Unfortunately, Your Majesty, I must ask that you not attempt a recreation.
My best guess as to what this refers to is the reality shift. What I think it is a case of the reality shift being used. Basically, what if she's swapping out a chunk of reality? What if she's swapping one chunk of reality for another chunk? We obviously know that reality shifts can be forced to occur with the Silver Genesis. But let's take that a step further. What if, in one reality, the oasis is full, but in the other reality, the oasis is empty, right? What if the Silver Genesis is what's allowing... What if, using the Silver Genesis, she swapped the two realities, the two chunks? She took the chunk from the reality in which the oasis is full and placed it in our reality where it was empty, and then she put the reality where the thing is empty into the other one. Is it possible that, like... I don't know how to explain it, but... The reason I say why that could be the case is that it would explain maybe why. Like, assuming I'm kind of, like, right where, like, she's swapping, like, let's assume there's two different realities and she's swapping elements between them in order to make things, like, appear as they are. Like, in order to make the oasis in our reality full. Assuming that, then obviously one of the other conditions would be that the chunk of reality you're swapping, it has to be, like, the exact same chunk in another reality. So, if that was the case, then what if the other reality that you would swap to, if she, like, remember they said they wanted to, why not use it in other areas of the Central East and the Eastern Waste as well? What if you tried swapping those chunks of reality, you just end up with something worse than what we currently have? It's already bad with the Eastern Wastes and all that, like the desertification. But what if the other reality is just something worse? What if swapping it would only bring more damage than it could solve? That's the only thing I can think of. Like, maybe she's using the Silver Genesis to swap pieces of reality. But she can only do it with, like, one other reality. Like, she can't make everything perfect, obviously.
She really said that? Do you mind if I write all this down?
Combination of factors. What a fascinating choice of words.
Oddly cryptic, if you ask me. I can't imagine she was lying about any of it.
Well, we're done with the questioning.
Well, that was riveting. Can't wait to see that new film of yours, by the way.
I get the feeling we're going to be fighting Najee and potentially even the princess by the end of this chapter. Maybe even Ashen.
Your Highness, everyone, I look forward to working together in the future.
I feel like there's a non-zero chance of this happening.
I am unsure of how much longer we'll be staying in the city, but if you find yourselves in need of aid, please feel free to visit us at our inn.
At the very least, I feel at least 75% certain we're going to be fighting Najee by the end of this chapter. 50% possibility we fight the princess. 25% chance we fight Ashen. And then Lamb and Mariel, they can't fight.
I'm afraid we're in much the same position, but I appreciate your offer nonetheless.
Personally, I mean to stick around for a few days, so I'd be more than happy to chat.
I'll probably be busy gathering material, but if anything important comes up, just give me a ring, okay? You guys said you still have the number Aaron gave you, right? Do you want my orb mail too? Yeah,
mail.
Totally.
Alright. Apparently we just go downstairs for yep.
I feel like they saw right through us, but at least we got some good leads out of it.
Yeah, and you know, I'm actually pretty curious about that new film they were talking about. The big stuff was what we learned about the Agave and everything they told us about Professor Hamilton. I can't help but feel we're missing the final piece of the puzzle, however.
Agreed, but once we get that, we'll finally have the full picture. So what's our next move, Kevin?
Well, if that drug's the key to all this, it's probably best we talk to the people who are actually there for the film festival. Yep. In that case, we should speak with Shahina. I believe she was one of the many who fell under its influence. Yeah. Actually, she wasn't. Well, according to Van's report anyway. What caused her mania was a mask, like in Crossbell. Yeah, it was the mask. The same one that Ilya had forced on her, and Crow at some point.
I think Melchior stole the one that was used on Shahina, though. Man, that guy was a real piece of work. Well, what's done is done, I guess. Anyway, we're out to have a chat with the girls, right?
That's the plan. Come on, let's head over to the cultural district. Maybe we should be starting rehearsal soon.
Ooh, how exciting! I can't wait to see their performance.
Go back to the cultural district.
Let's not dawdle now.
Not there. Shahina, Sarah. There they are.
Damn.
Good music, though. Mario! Hi there. Nice. Hey there. Can we talk? Where'd your hack go?
Wow, ways a human body can move are so fascinating. You two are amazing.
No kidding. Never seen LP so sucked in by something that wasn't food.
Saw you guys dance a bit back during the festival, but you really improved since then.
Uh-huh. We're not all that impressive. Though we did work pretty hard on that last set you saw.
The choreography was inspired by the events of last year, actually.
Arkwright's influence then. It was good though. Had a real fire to it. I can tell you each had your own personal flair to the moves too, even though you weren't doing the same dance. Centuries-in dance may not be very well known in the Empire, but I've got a feeling it's only a matter of time until you two are worldwide sensations. Much like Arkansas is at the moment, perhaps even Heimdall will ask you to perform on their stage.
Well, actually, they received offers to do stuff like that already.
But before they can even consider going worldwide, they still have to do a tour of the Republic, starting with the Oracion Opera House.
That's right, the monster itself.
Though I imagine gaining the adoration of such a traditional city might prove to be a bit of a challenge for us. It's sure to make our success taste all the sweeter.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
We'd love to support you guys somehow, but I think any donations we make will have to be pretty, well, modest.
Yeah, Rufus kind of ran out of money recently.
No matter, that just means our dear sponsor here will have to foot the bill. And are you gonna pay me back? This is coming out of my own pocket, you know.
It's fine, don't worry. It's all that counts. Oh, right, I just remembered. You had some questions for us, didn't you?
Was there something you forgot to ask earlier?
I actually had a few questions of my own for them, but I can give you guys some privacy if you want. I mean, we might as well let her stay, right?
Fine by me. Anyway, Sarah, Sheena. I know this is sort of a weird question, but would you two happen to be personally acquainted with Professor Hamilton? I see. So due to the incident that happened during last year's film festival, the professor had decided to visit Tharbad to not only investigate the drug involved, but to shut down the associated refining facility as well.
Wow. So you said the professor came 2 weeks after the festival? I never realized. Yeah, even though... Oh, I never actually took the drug myself. That mask really messed with my head for a while. Or rather, I guess it was like all the dark thoughts I had, the ones locked deep inside my heart, were just suddenly unleashed. Hina. That's alright, and that's all in the past now, Shahina. And anything that happens from here onward is something we'll deal with together. No matter what, we'll always have each other. Sarah, despite the fact that the source of Shahina's issue wasn't the drug, as she said, there was concern that she may have been affected in other ways. So the professor decided to go out of her way to pay us a visit, just to make sure Shahina didn't have any lingering health problems. I really couldn't be more grateful to her, honestly. She lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. You see, she put me through some tests to determine if anything was wrong with me, and thankfully there wasn't. But it was only once the professor gave me the all clear that I felt like I could relax. Seriously, I practically collapsed in relief. I wanted to express my gratitude by repaying her somehow, but she turned down everything I offered. But because the inns happened to be full, she ended up having to spend the night with us. It was kind of crazy. I mean, the Professor Hamilton, the one in all the history books. She was in our house, cooking a traditional Central Eastern dish for us. She even whipped us up a treat from Basel, too. Ooh, what'd she make?
I knew it was coming, and yet...
Okay, but what did she make? Western pastries known as nusstorts and Central Eastern croquettes called falafel. They were so delicious, Shahina actually asked the professor for seconds. Hey, you promised you'd never bring that up again, Sarah, and you were eating seconds too anyway. It all sounds so tasty. I'm starving.
You just had a parfait. Whatever. At least you're consistent. At any rate, it sounds like the professor is quite skilled in the culinary arts. I've heard her pupils mention similar stories in the past.
Oh, you must be talking about Katre, huh? He told me a few stories about her cooking, too.
You know, after you two mentioned the professor at your house earlier, the question of how you all knew each other just wouldn't stop nagging at me. Thanks for filling in all the gaps, you two. Honestly, that woman's done a heck of a lot for so many, even to church. Seriously, 11 years ago.
Well, thanks to our resident reeking leak, looks like we were finally able to uncover a missing link. Which means we got a new point of interest to explore, don't we?
Right, so the professor came to Tharbad to investigate a drug refining facility. If we can find where that is, it might also lead us to where she was in that memory we saw.
Last year, Arcade Solutions broke into a facility that was refining agave plant components into drugs. It was located underneath Vegas Films, apparently.
And that's where we're headed next. Man, you sure taught these kids well, Rufus. Barely even had to use my brain for this one. I did nothing of the sort, I'm afraid. The credit for their mental acuity lies with them and them alone. At any rate, I'd heard the refining facility was on the Vegas Film's 5th basement level, though it's said to have been cordoned off by the authorities. Perhaps we'd like to ask around about the matter? Yeah, let's get going.
That was magnificent.
So now the story will have us go to, do that, but we're not doing story right now anymore. No, story is going to be put on hold for a while, because now it's side question time. First off, this person, Faith. You're Faith, right? I read his name as Faith this whole time. It's Fatih. Why did I read as Faith? You're Fatih, right? We saw your request on the bulletin board. I knew you'd come. None of you are the Spriggan, though, are you? I assume you folks are taking on 4 SPGs in his place.
Well, so you knew we weren't him and you still asked for our help?
Don't tell me. Do you know us? Not at all. But after taking a little look at what's been going on behind the scenes these past few days, I had a hunch. Finding that a man of the church is at the center of it was all a bit of a surprise, though, I'll admit. And that gentleman over there, well, it's probably best not to touch on that one, is it? Your discretion is much appreciated. So, this request was about finding the location of some guy's treasure, right? What exactly do you get out of asking us to do something like that? Alright, all I'll say for now is that I believe you all have the capabilities necessary to obtain this treasure. What's important is whether or not you all intend to follow through on this opportunity. So what will you do? Sure, treasure. I mean, I'm curious and all, but...
Yes, board duty accepted. Now let's get a hunting.
Hey, hold on a sec, will you?
I'm kind of curious myself, actually. After all, a chance like this doesn't come every day, right? And if all goes well, we might even be able to make back all of Rufus's money.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure of that. But I suppose there's no harm in taking gambles every once in a blue moon, right? Alright, fine. We'll accept the request. We'll look for this Aaron's guy's treasure, whatever it is. I knew you'd come around.
So what kind of person was Arens?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of him before.
Definitely not someone that we learned about at Armis. But judging from his name, I'm guessing he wasn't Central Eastern?
I've heard of the man once or twice myself. And if I recall correctly, he was half Calvarian, half Elsami. I believe there's an old anecdote about his exploits in Tharbad. It claims he fought against a family who ruled the city with an iron fist. Indeed, though Arens was half Central Eastern, he was also a soldier of the Kingdom of Calvard. So when he was dispatched to a location just outside Tharbad, he witnessed firsthand the cruelty wrought by the most prominent family in the region. Yeah, heard a bit about that when I was doing some research on the city. There was this independent lord, apparently, who owned a piece of land stretching from Tharbad all the way out to western Elsheim. Got away with a lot of crap because of his connections in both countries. Yes, of course. Orange launched complaints against the lord's behavior to both the army and the kingdom, but he was unfortunately silenced. However, he had grown to care deeply for the people of Tharbad, and he had even taken a lover in the city. So, to do right by them, he quit the army and took up the arms against the family, knowing doing so would have him marked as a traitor and a thief. And eventually the family was overthrown, forcing Calvin and Elsheim off their proverbial behinds to re-examine the governance of the region.
I see. Then is this treasure something he stole from the family?
It's a strong possibility. You see, though the majority of the riches they acquired through their exploitation had been returned to their rightful owners, the wealth the family gained by way of tolls and managing mines was also quite considerable. People believe Orange may have hidden that wealth for his future descendants.
Oh boy, is this exciting or what? So you're gonna give us a hint where the treasure is, right?
Well, the only hint I have for you is this map. You'll have to use the cipher written on it to find the location on your own. You know, I make a comment about how cliche this all is, but this might actually be a good chance to test our skills a bit.
Solve the mystery and find the treasure left behind by a legendary thief. It's almost like we were in a movie. Could do without the whole wild goose chase thing, though. Huh? But that's what makes it fun. Plus, searching for ourselves will give us what they call a sense of accomplishment.
Well, the rest is up to you, my friends. Remember to keep your wits about you, though. After all, you aren't the only ones with a hankering for treasure.
Ooh, so you're saying we could have competition, huh? No worry, we're losing now.
That's the spirit. Now, if you'll excuse me, may Arusa grant you guidance. Alright. Excuse me. His intentions still have you suspicious, do they? Got that right. I mean, why give this task to us instead of looking for the treasure himself? Plus, there was that whole thing about him doing his research before putting up the request. That said, it's not like I sense any malice from the guy, but I don't know. Maybe he's just hard to read.
Certainly possible, I suppose. But for the moment, I believe we'll have to advance the investigation to learn what his true motives are. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say.
Right.
Why just these spoils?
So, what's this a map of? Can't really tell, to be honest, but I do see that cipher he was talking about.
Judging from its topography and the orientation of the area in relation to Tharbad, I imagine it's likely somewhere in the Sandsea. Maps from 100 years ago aren't really like the ones we use today. The symbols they used were different back then too. Topography changed over the years too. Gonna be pretty hard to find a treasure with just this to go off of.
So we're gonna be taking a shot in the dark here, huh? Even with the map. Well, let's see. It says the first clue's hidden at the feet of the twins who support one another. Twins who support one another? What could that possibly mean?
Well, whatever it is, it's unlikely to be man-made given the nature of the Sandsea during that era. However, if this cipher was indeed intended for use by future generations, I doubt anything prone to change or decay either. So maybe we should be looking for stuff that's more hardy, like rocks or something. Man, this forest with G sure ain't gonna be a stroll down the easy street, huh? Why don't we just head out to the dunes for now?
Onward to treasure galore!
We're being tailed. Who are you? Damn it. Anyways, go to Sandsea.
Zoom, zoom!
I forgot I have it.
Off
Give
we
me the
go.
car.
Always
Let me
wanted
drive
a
the car.
chauffeur.
Well, I already see the twins. I crashed the car. The twins that support one another. Should be them, right?
Oh, I get it. Two similar looking rocks leaning against each other. They're twins who support one another. So that means there's something hidden at the base of these rocks, right? Let's get digging, S.
Yeah. Alright, what's underneath? Digging at the base of the rock formation, the group managed to uncover a small ball containing a scrap of paper. Great.
It looks like another clue.
I assume if we continue following his little brain teasers, we'll eventually come upon the location of the treasure, yes? Quite the well-designed experience.
Well, what's it say?
I'm getting to it, kid. Let's see. It says the third clue is hidden in a place of rest only accessible on the longest days. Longest days is probably referring to summertime. But what place of rest is only open during the summer?
Maybe we should think about what that summertime usually means for Tharbad. I mean, it's a season where it gets harder than usual, of course, but apart from that...
It's the rainy season, isn't it?
Come to think of it, there was that big storm yesterday.
So that means water.
So I guess maybe it is the rainy season.
Well, maybe so, but a downpour like yesterday's was far from the usual occurrence. But at any rate, it's a place of rest that only appears in the Sandsea during the rainy season. Are we starting to get the picture? Think so, yeah. We're looking for water. Stop shooting the car.
Always wanted a
Let me grab.
chauffeur.
There's something very cursed about this. Buckle up, buddies. Yeah. I'm getting out of this view. Whoop. A watering hole or an oasis. Either of the two would qualify as a place of rest in the desert after all. Don't think there's usually a watering hole here. At least not that I've heard of. So, this thing's showing up during the rainy season for the past 100 years, huh? Awfully reliable little thing.
We don't have any more specific hints on where to start looking for the clue, do we? Because digging around here on the entire watering hole would be a huge pain in the butt.
Might be cheating, but I think I'm going to rely on some tech for this one. There we go.
Oh, it looks like the only place a man-made object could be buried is over there.
Alright, let's get digging.
You're really getting into this, aren't you, us? Kinda feels like I'm starting to rub off on you. That's so adorable.
Shut up. After digging in the section of sand near the oasis, the group uncovered a pot containing a scrap of paper. Let's see. Looks like the final clue. My treasure lies in the center of a ring woven by guiding sunlight. Guiding sunlight? What the heck's that supposed to mean? In the past, people used the position of the sun and stars to determine direction and tell time. Perhaps that's what it could be referring to.
Then maybe it wants us to find something that can be used to measure time of day, like a sundial. Oh, like those things we saw earlier? You know, those big rock pillars that stick straight up out of the sand? They're pretty common in the Sandsea.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Or they were shaped like that by the wind. Definitely wouldn't be surprised to hear about merchant caravans using the sundials or landmarks or something. And perhaps our next task should be to seek out a group of these pillars that stand in a circle.
Alright, gang, we're heading to the finish line. The treasure's so close I can practically taste it. Wait for us, my sweet. We're on our way.
Stop shooting
go.
please.
Always wanted a chauffeur.
Driving in my car. Yep. There should be no extra SP conditions for the side quest. I have failed to mention that, nor any alignment choices. I feel like I keep expecting myself to go like flying off these like little ramps. Hello. A ring woven by guiding sunlight. I think we found it, folks.
Oh, I bet the treasure's right smack dab in the middle too. Alright, I'm gonna check it out first.
Oh, treasure. Didn't actually think we'd find anything. It seems we were right to take this gamble.
I wonder what's inside. Come on, let's open it, Nadia. Sure, of course. At least that's what I'd like to say, but... We know you're there, you creeps, so why don't you come on out already?
All that sneaking around you were doing wasn't as subtle as you thought it was. Just FYI. Jigs up. Might as well show your faces, right? Guess we don't got much choice. Are these guys... Bugbear. A group consisting of so-called Jaeger dropouts. Oh, Bugbear again. I suppose I had heard of they ended up in the Republic recently.
So, what exactly do you buggy boos or whatever you want with us?
That's Bugbear, you kid. She's first the fixers and now you guys. I know you're getting it wrong on purpose. Anyway, if you don't want to get hurt, you'll give us that their treasure, you hear? No hard feelings. We just need the money. Awfully bold of them.
Got a feeling they don't quite know who they're dealing with.
Bugbear, heard you guys have fallen into a whole lot of debt recently. So, you came all the way to Tharbad to try and turn your luck around, is that it? Gotta say, I admire you for going to all the effort.
But that doesn't give you the right to steal our treasure. I mean, have you no dignity?
Insult us all you want, but whoever gets that treasure in the end is the winner, no matter the means. If you don't agree to our demands, we won't show you any mercy.
I don't care what you say. We found this treasure, which means it's ours, and we're not handing it over.
And if you try to take it by force, you better believe we're gonna fight fire with fire.
Besides, this treasure is Arin's, the thief who stood up for others when nobody else would. There's no way we hand it over to the likes of you.
So, to quote Arkwright, afraid we can't agree to that request of yours. It just ain't up to our standards. Now let's give these small fry the punishment they deserve. Alright, Bugbear. How many times have I killed you now? Well, let's just make this another number. No. Together.
Bring ruin to all Yahweh.
Nice. Team Nana 1, Bugbear 0. You said whoever gets the treasure in the end is the winner, right?
Your loss simply proves once and for all that you just don't have what it takes to obtain such riches. Can't believe we lost. It's not too late. We prepared something special for the occasion. Oh, great. Reinforcements. Good thing you called him for backup. Now we really got an advantage. Time to pay you back for making fools of us. They got a lot of guts, I'll give them that. And they're more stubborn than I thought they'd be. Wish they'd use it for good or something.
That's an awful lot of buggeroos. I mean, we can definitely beat them, it's just, we really have to.
Not to worry. It seems our reinforcements have arrived as well. Huh? Oh, we got our own friend! What the... Damn! What's the meaning of this? A sniper! Didn't actually think they'd have backup out here. At this rate, we won't even have an advantage in numbers. Retreat! This just ain't worth it anymore. Well, I see they're discerning enough to know when to make a strategic withdrawal, at least.
They're running away so fast, too. We don't gotta chase them, do we? I'm tired.
Not exactly the first person I thought would come to our aid. Hey! I think it's about time you told us your secret. Don't you, Fatih? Fatih. I see. Wouldn't have ever guessed you were Aaron's great-grandson. Yeah, I figured it was okay, something along those lines. The knowledge of the treasure's existence has been passed down in my family for generations. As a matter of fact, after I found the map, I even had a rough idea of where it was located. However, I never had any great desire for wealth, so I simply chose to let it be, but...
That's when those bugbear people showed up?
Indeed. As soon as they caught the scent of treasure, those scoundrels were on the hunt. But I felt strongly about entrusting it to people who were actually worthy of Aaron's legacy and nobody else. Ultimately, that's why I threw together the idea of putting the so-called fixers I'd heard about to the test. And we just happened to be taking 4 SPGs in their place. Which means we weren't the ones you intended to entrust the treasures to. Sorry. Oh no, it's nothing to worry about. After all, you've more than proved yourselves worthy of the treasure already. And knowing what I do of the fixers, you all seem to be acting with the exact same integrity.
Whew! Sounds like we got the seal of approval then. That means we can crack this thing open now, right? Can't wait to see what's inside.
The treasure of a chivalrous thief who straddled the boundary between West and Central East. I imagine it will be quite intriguing. What's inside?
Huh? This is...
Oh. Treasure. I think, but is this really all there is? Look, an old map and a piece of jewelry.
Oh, I mean, the jewelry does look expensive, so I guess I can't complain, but how come the chest wasn't packed with riches beyond our wildest imaginations? It might not look like what we were expecting, but the map's a treasure too, Nadia. Look, the topography of the sand sea is drawn such exquisite detail that's comparable to a map created with the latest surveying technology. It's an amazing creation for its time, don't you think?
Indeed. It's likely one of the maps that Orange created while exploring the outskirts of Tharbad. You see, Orange was famous not only for fighting against tyranny, but also for studying this region's geography to ensure caravanners' safety. At the time, a map consisting of the culmination of all his work would likely have fetched a price equal to that of even gold or bullions. There seem to be a few locations not present on modern maps. That must have some value as a historical document, too. A historical document, you say? This is merely an estimate, but in the realm of academia, I imagine it could fetch anywhere between 50,000 and 150,000 mira.
Whew, that's a lot of moolah. Then what about the book?
Seems a bit different from the map, to be honest. You know, I think this might actually be Aaron's personal journal.
Whew, that's gotta have historical value too, right?
If you're not keeping anything else, you should at least keep this. Oh, are you sure? You'd likely make a fortune off of it. Maybe, but even if that were true, there must have been a reason Aaron's buried his journal alongside the treasure. And whatever that reason is, as his descendant, I think you have the right to know more than anyone. That said, you should keep the map too. This isn't about simple monetary value. It's about Aaron's legacy and the culmination of all his hard work. Indeed, and the person who strove to follow Aaron's final wishes should be the one to decide what to do with it. Frankly, us deciding without his consent whether it's all to be liquidated or donated doesn't sit quite right with me.
Yeah, I guess. Sucks, but it's the right thing to do. I couldn't agree more. Here, we'll return the map.
The memories of my ancestor left behind. I never imagined I'd get to know them someday. How can I ever thank you all? Don't worry about it. You made this request because you wanted to entrust the treasure to someone worthy, right? And we're just trying to help you fulfill that request, even though we're just Arkwright Solutions stand-ins.
Think maybe we could take that piece of jewelry, though? Doesn't seem like it had any special connection to Arens, after all.
Actually, that was probably an informal gift given to Arens by the Grand Prince of Alsace. That's what it says on this piece of paper. It also mentions how it was bestowed by the royal family to the liberator of Tharbad. The star and the moon emblem. Not only has the ornament been embedded with high-purity esmeraldas, but it seems to be of an ancient origins as well. If all that's true, then wouldn't it have been important to Arens? Arens acknowledged that, for all his attempts at chivalry, he was still just a thief and a turncoat. He never felt he deserved a reward from the royal family. He didn't do the things he did for wealth. He did them for the people of Tharbad. Thus, he vowed to never wear objects of value himself. He would rather they be entrusted to someone more worthy if such a person appeared. At least Aren wrote as much on this piece of paper. And that's all the more reason it should be kept in the family. Shouldn't you keep it? No. In fact, I think this treasure is one that should be entrusted to all of you. In doing so, I'm simply respecting Aren's wishes. As a descendant of a thief, I've simply no right to keep it. You, those who protected the treasure from scoundrels of the underworld, are more than worthy to claim it as your own. I see. Then we'll simply have to respect your decision, then. I graciously accept this gift, Fatih. Though, honestly, I don't know that I deserve to have it either.
I think you do. After all, you're the one who suggested we respect Aren's wishes in the first place. If you don't want it, I could always take it.
Show some self-restraint, please. Once more, I'm truly glad I entrusted this task to all of you. I hope we'll have a chance to meet again someday. Sure, you take care of yourself. Hades protect you. Fate certainly is a mysterious creature. You never quite know what it will bring you next. Who would have ever thought that we'd be able to fulfill a century-old thief's wishes?
You know, honestly, it was kind of a letdown that the treasure was just those 3 things, though. But at least this emblem thing is cute.
Well, the treasure's in its rightful place now, so I guess that's that, huh? Now with that case done and dusted, why don't we try switching gears again?
passing marks, I suppose.
Guys, apparently request side quest number 30 out of 40 complete. Star and Moon Emblem.
That's the way it goes.
100% evasion and 100% accuracy evasion while casting arts. What the? You could make yourself real broken with that, I feel. Anyways, next up... Next up, we want to go to the waterways. I think we want to go to the depths. There it is. Oh, what in the world is going on down there?
Can't we hang out a little longer?
What is happening down here? Well, these are curious enemies. What are these?
You got a hard nut to crack.
Butterfly Choir. Next breath.
I won't show any mercy.
Hecate Gorgon, Hecate Adel, and Hecate Johanna.
Press it.
Give it your best.
Well, what about this?
Boost gauge augmented.
Look, 2 of you are dead.
Counting on you, Swin.
Manapalooza.
Boost gauge limited.
Probably should have been doing,
You're mine.
well, later.
Further height still in my reach.
Titanium Charm.
Check that one off the list.
Just rewards.
Law and Gray. Now, apparently, before we actually go back, there is something else we can do here. There's a fishing spot somewhere down here that will give us a new
Let's
fish.
give this a whirl.
Not there.
There's quite a lot of fish here.
Let's give this a whirl.
There. But it's not big catch.
Ooh, fishies!
Fishies.
Come out wherever you are.
No, don't zoom in on them.
That's no simple foe.
Let me down.
Let's do a search.
Yikes. A whole mess of goons.
Alrighty, do your best,
alone.
guys.
Let's do a search.
Come out wherever you are.
It says we can just get it in where's fishing spot 1? What about if I do waterway entrance?
How about a shard search?
Shall we search?
Engage at a safe distance.
Oh,
Let's do a search.
Come out wherever.
yeah, I don't really feel in the mood. We can apparently get the same fish in Van Route 5. Although, does it really matter?
How about a shard search?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Come out wherever you are.
Leave me alone.
Yep, magic attacks would be effective.
Leave me alone.
How about a shard search?
How about a shard search?
Come out wherever you are.
How about a
Shall we
shard
search?
search? It just occurred to me. Hang on a second.
Shall we search?
How about a shard search?
No.
Come out wherever you are.
Oh, we'll just wait till the next area. It doesn't matter. Alright. One more side quest we gotta do. Back to
Hustle
here.
up, gang.
Oh boy. We're about to do another falling minigame apparently, which is great. And this one's apparently by the guide's words very difficult. So that's gonna be fun. Oh boy. My favorite.
I can thank you very much.
Hello there. Excuse me, are we right to assume you posted a request on the bulletin board recently? Oh, I know you folks. You've been around on the moor and quite often these past few days, haven't you? So you're the ones accepting full SPGs? Yep, that's us. Anyway, just get down to the nitty-gritty here. You said you've been finding counterfeit tokens in the casino lately, right? Unfortunately, yes. I can't speak about the matter too loudly, of course, but you know that these are extremely grave circumstances. If you don't mind, I'd like to discuss the nature of of the request a bit further with all of you. Do you have a moment? Let's start it. Alright then. Sure. Sounds like you're in a pretty tight bind here, so let's hear you out. Your kindness is much appreciated. Now if you would please follow me. The token you see on the left is the one we use in our casino. The one on the right, however, is a counterfeit.
Hard to tell just by looking at them. Are you sure it's actually a fake?
When we showed it to an appraiser, we found a difference in design that could be attributed to a miscalculation in measurement during manufacturing. They were also able to determine that due to the impurities that the counterfeits contain, they're slightly heavier than their authentic counterparts. Minute as these differences are, however, even I am unable to distinguish between the two. And neither can our dealers, unfortunately, which resulted in these counterfeits being used in our slot machines. So right now they're mixed in with the real tokens, huh? And they're circulating the casino. The fact that they created counterfeit tokens rather than counterfeit mirror likely means they were concerned about authorities taking notice. Frankly, I applaud their forethought on the matter. Not the time, Rufus. Anyway, I'm assuming most of your guests are completely clueless about this whole thing. That's correct, yes. And that's why we've so far been unable to figure out exactly where the counterfeits are coming from. Perhaps if we found a way to identify them at a glance, we could limit their use, but as it stands, it's a bit difficult to explain the matter to our customers, so the casino has simply had to absorb the loss in profit. Truthfully, a further influx of these counterfeits in the future might just affect our ability to operate outright. Alright, think I got the general sense of the situation now. We'll do some investigating to see if we can suss anything out. Luckily, I got just the connections for the job. Oh, those scammers, right?
If anyone knows anything about casinos, it's those two. They probably already left, but I'm sure it won't be a problem if we contact them anyway, right?
I'd say so. Mind if we take this token with us? By all means. And again, thank you very much for your attention to the issue. Well then.
That's not the counterfeit, right?
Kevin, you idiot. Kevin called Jack and Hall. Just got those pics you sent, Kevin. Thing's a real piece of work. You see any while you were helping that lady earlier? Can't say I did. The material they're made of is different, and so is her weight. I doubt I would have noticed the moment I touched one. But honestly, anyone but me would be hard-pressed to tell at a glance. I can sense the mastermind behind these things has had a single-minded resolve about this plan. They were determined to see it succeed by any means.
Now, why are you so impressed? But that rumor.
Oh, here's something we could use.
While we were gathering intel for you earlier, we happened to hear something that's been kind of nagging at me ever since. See, apparently there's this token shop that's cropped up in Tharbad recently.
Claims to be a place where you can buy casino tokens on the cheap. They change their location pretty frequently, though, and they only sell to people who've heard about them on the WarbleNet. Didn't seem relevant to what we were looking for at the time, so we didn't pay them much mind, but...
Maybe... No, there's no question about it. They gotta be the ones we're looking for, right? A counterfeit token shop, huh? Well, can't imagine anyone else who'd fit the bill. And if they really are spreading rumors about themselves on the WarbleNet, tracking them down should be a piece of cake.
Would you two happen to know the latest rumor about the shop's location?
Well, according to what was supposedly posted by them this morning, look for where all the hubbub's happen in the entertainment district. Find me and you'll be in for some maximum deals. Maximum deals?
Interesting hint. Probably talking them out. Looks like you figured it out already. Well, I guess I'll let the information feed slide this once.
Anyway, our train's almost out of the transmission range, so good luck out there.
Thanks. Take care, you two. If the rumor has been making the rounds since this morning, it may be best for us to hurry.
Right, let's catch these crooks. Then we can force them to teach us how to make counterfeits of our own.
Really? Come on, kids, let's get searching.
Our proxy work begins.
Begin! Excuse me. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Get out of the way, I was looking at the guide. Apparently this one's gonna be pretty difficult.
This was the venue for the Maximum Energy event earlier, right? Could the shop be around here?
The place was pretty lively with all the people around. I've made for some good cover. Yeah, feels like we're on something.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, yes, 8,000 mirror exact.
Oh my god, is this her again?
Alright, here you are. 1,000 tokens. Thank you for doing business, young man.
Nice, but maybe I bought too many. Well, at least I got them at a discount. I mean, 8 mirror each, instead of the usual 10. You know, actually though, I thought taking these things out of the casino was prohibited. How?
Afraid that's a trade secret, kiddo. If you find yourself needing some more, I'll be in thought about it a while longer, so keep an eye out, alright?
Will do. Thanks a lot.
See, the token shop? I don't think the person in charge of me an old lady. What's wrong, you two?
Well,
I might getting this weird feeling.
I suggest we investigate the tokens that young man purchased. Let's split up then. Rufus, Lapis, come with me, talk to Guy. And as for you two, can I count on you to track down that old lady? Imagine she's got a base in the area where she keeps her stock. Can you find out where it is for us? We can't afford to lose sight of her right now. Sure, no sweat.
We're all over it. Good luck, you two.
Let's rendezvous at a later time. So this one's apparently very difficult. Oh boy.
There she is. Wonder where she's going.
Let's be careful following her. Don't want her catching on to us. Here we go.
Central Eastern culture is so fascinating.
Don't be shy. Stop on by.
This market's got everything.
Hide.
Come and see if you like.
Let's do a search. Let's do a search.
What the?
Just like that. 10 me a coin. It's picking some mirror. Sure didn't want to waste any time pickpocketing it.
Ugh. Nope. No, you don't.
Wrong way. Yes, really are starting to take a toll.
She couldn't be doing this on purpose, could she? You can't see me, old lady. Hide.
Oh, that squall we had yesterday was terrible.
Come on. Game?
All right, let's move.
I'm out wherever you are.
I'm looking at the guide for a second. This way. I can use the mini-map. Found ya. Gotcha. Oh! Mom, why would she come to a place like this?
Maybe she's treating herself to a bath after all her work she's done? I mean...
If she heads into the women's bath, we're in trouble. We need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Get off my ass, you friggin' creeps! You want to chase Taylor so badly, go to the strip club!
That voice, there's no doubt about it. You're that old con artist crone.
Huh? How'd you know about... Wait a sec, ain't you those brats that work with Beauty's Blade? How dare you show your face in front of me! If it wasn't for you, I'd have never ended up in debt to Kingpin.
Well, you read what you sow.
You should have just trashed those fake T-phones in the first...
Have a little sympathy for the elderly, wouldn't you? Goodness gracious, if all the young people nowadays are like you two, the Republic's in for a dire future, I can tell you. Gods must be heartbroken.
Seriously? You're bringing up the gods now? Can't believe this lady.
She can talk all she wants, but she really is the one responsible for those counterfeit tokens. We can make this quick. This is a new business venture of yours. Trying to put your experience as a swimmer to good use again?
Was wondering why you went all that. So you're trying to interfere with my business again, are you? That's it?
You're not that important. We just happened to pick up this forest PG while we were in the area.
Doesn't look like she's got any funkies with her this time around. Come on, let's nab her ass.
Like I'd never let you bats get one over me again. If you think this old dog hasn't learned any new tricks, think again. Prototype!
Ah, crap. Don't do that. Ah, damn. Why can't we move?
How'd she get so fast?
Behold, the ace up my sleeve. Think I've made enough cash in Daba by now. High time I hit the road. Ciao, Squirt!
What was that? A divine wind?
Actually, I think it was that old lady you saw earlier.
Kevin, sorry, we screwed up.
Can't believe she had Sypha with a freaking speed enhancer, no less.
What are you talking about? You can explain the situation once you've taken a deep breath, you two. We'll catch us soon enough. Irvis, did you do something somehow? Sometime later. Oh my gosh.
Looks like I managed to sick him. Buying that black market Zectorm's tech really did pay off in spades. No one can catch up to me now, not even Beauty's Blade. They'll never guess my stock's this far out of the city. Burn the midnight oil to create those molds, so you better believe I'm gonna use them. Maybe I'll head to Elfsheim's Entertainment District next.
Afraid this is as far as you go, lady.
What? We found you. Thanks for leading us to your stash, Granny.
How'd you find me? There's no way you could have seen me leave the city.
That's where our boss Cunning comes in. You see, when you passed by me earlier, I managed to slip a single counterfeit token into your clothes.
What?
When we received it from the casino, I registered its data with my cipher, just in case you understand. With that info at hand, it was only a matter of utilizing shard search and a map application to guide us straight to you, and it seems your entire supply. Split-second decision-making. Knew teaming up was the right call. So, Magicet, was it? You're not going anywhere, not even with that gimmick of yours.
Hell.
Huh? Oh no.
Go to hell! This always happened. First there was a special support section, then those stupid inspectors from the Empire. I mean, don't you feel the least bit of shame for scheming against a fair old woman like me? Well...
My ears are ringing. Oh, guessing Rosenberg Tech isn't immune to her voice.
A stupid question.
Who do you think you're dealing with here, lady? You may not look it, but all of us are former inhabitants of the other side of society.
You think I give a rat's ass who you are? I'm a black market trader, for God's sake. I spent half a century experiencing the sweet flavors of triumph, the bitter tastes of loss. And I'm never giving this life up, so don't you ever mess with the con artist crone again, you hear?
Why does she have archaisms? Oh, you've gotta be kidding me.
I knew she was playing something.
I didn't realize you prepared for the occasion.
Just a few more Zekton products from the black market. Now don't screw this up, bot.
I refuse to lose.
Come on, let's end this.
Granny. Granny, you're going to jail.
Mark getting away.
Die.
Ross, Cypher. Call the shots, Rufus.
Alright, Granny.
Get over here.
Oh, there goes your Zypher.
My trump card. How dare you?
That's checkmate, Master. And... goodbye, truck.
My business. The molds I worked so hard on.
Phew, what a relief. Though I can't say I'm a fan of the whole setting everything on fire bit.
Yeah, I mean, I know they were all just counterfeits, but shouldn't we have at least collected a few as evidence? Well, it's not as if we're the police. We have no real obligation to do anything more than what was requested of us. That being said, dealing with her would also fall under... Where'd she go? Oh, for fuck...
Over there! How'd she move so fast?
I'll get you back for that someday, you brats. Mark my word.
Wait a minute, ignoring that hokey fire threat. Do you seriously plan on throtting through the desert?
Of course I do. Remember what I said before? As long as there's ground beneath my feet, there'll always be somewhere for me to run. Or at the east, I'll even run the very ends of the world. Remember the scum, the way the counterfeit will never die.
Should we go after her?
Seeing as we still got more important business to take care of, I'm gonna say no. Plus, if she keeps heading straight, she'll make it to the capital, where Arkwright will deal with it. Probably.
Oh, is that what they call passing the buck?
Honestly, even if we did catch her, she'd probably just escape again. And anyway, if she really does end up running through the desert, I doubt we'll have to worry about her ever again. I wouldn't be so sure. After all, it seems she truly is, as the kids say, the real deal. Ironic, considering she's a purveyor of counterfeit goods. Alright, no need to be a wise guy. Utterly exhausted, Kevin and company returned to Tharbad. They then made their way to the Mule Inn, where they reported what they'd learned of the situation to their client. I see. So you were able to cut off the flow of counterfeit tokens at the source. You have my deepest gratitude for your swift action on the matter.
It was a piece of cake.
Took a lot out of us, though.
Even though there won't be any more counterfeit tokens coming into the casino, hundreds have already been mixed in with the authentic ones, right?
We spoke with a young man who bought counterfeits from the culprit earlier. He gave us a few samples to use as reference. With this many, you should be able to pinpoint a more efficient way to identify them, though actually extricating them is another issue, I suppose. And of course, there's a matter of customers who bought counterfeits under the assumption they were the genuine article as well. If only I could think of a solution that could account for all our concerns. The best option for dealing with the counterfeit tokens already in circulation. Have the fakes turned in or leave the fakes in circulation? I don't know, honestly. Having the fakes turn in would probably avoid future problems, but if we leave the fakes in circulation, they could just say, like, hey, these are a new type. And it wouldn't screw out the customers who were innocent. They did get them innocently. Not sure this is the best suggestion, but why not treat the counterfeit tokens as real ones too? That way you can keep them in circulation. That's a bit... Actually, you may be onto something. After all, as is evidenced by the fact that most customers have remained unaware of the issue at hand, the tokens are nearly identical. Look, the source has been eradicated, and more fakes are getting added to the pool anytime soon. If your policy is to avoid burdening your customers at all, I think my suggestion might just be the most efficient solution for everyone involved.
That's a great idea. And the staff members don't say anything, everyone will be none the wiser.
I see. So I bet a deception would be at play. An unorthodox solution to be sure, but perhaps we'll think on it further. No way to please everyone, but that's just how 4SPGs go, I guess.
There's not going to be a right answer here, so, you know, so as long as you're satisfied, that's all that matters.
Yes, perhaps you're right, young lady. Thank you for your help today, everyone. And please, feel free to continue enjoying our casino to your heart's content during your stay here in Tharbad.
Check that one off the list.
Alrighty, then.
Money for our coffers.
Money, 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 money. Gray and Chaos. Gray ranks up to level 3. Mayor Gray. Nice. Well, I think... Wait.
Yeah, baby, that's the way it goes.
I think that means we're going to go ahead and end it here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoy, and hope to see you all later. Peace.